What is up, you guys? Doing a Marvel Legends action figure review. This time on Marvel Legends Ant-Man from Ant-Man and the Wasp from the Cull Obsidian wave. This figure is and looks a lot like the Ant-Man from the Marvel Studios' first 10 years. So I will be comparing them, and I will be comparing their head sculpts. And this is a new Paul Rudd head sculpt. This figure is part of the Cull Obsidian wave, which I have not yet finished. I need the Thor. I decided to just go ahead and do a review on all figures from this wave. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories, and then we'll take a look at the figure itself. Oh, it's a decapitated head. I'm joking. So for accessories, the only accessory that it comes with, and yes, that is a Funko Pop shadow. This Ant-Man comes with a Paul Rudd head sculpt. This head sculpt is different from the Marvel Studios' first 10 years head sculpt. So as you can see, this is a serious face. This is more of a laughing face. But I do like the way this head sculpt came out. It looks like Paul Rudd. I'm not saying dead on. I think from the angle it looks like Paul Rudd. I don't like how the forehead looks. I think the forehead looks a bit too big when you look at it up close, but when you look at it from afar, yeah, I think it looks good. I think it looks okay. I do love the photo real tech, and it's pretty good that they did that, or that they are using it. Yes, you can easily pop it onto the figure. So you can just easily pop it onto the figure, and there you have a Paul Rudd figure. So yeah, I like that. This figure also comes with an Ant-Man helmet, and I do like the way the Ant-Man helmet looks. I don't like how this, I don't know, it's a very different Ant-Man helmet from it, and I think this is based off of the Civil War suit, if I'm not mistaken. This is from the first Ant-Man, of course, but I don't know which one is my favorite. I like this one because it looks a bit old-fashioned, but I also like this one because it's more of a new high-tech type of Ant-Man, you know? Same as the head sculpt, it also plops in easily, and there you have an Ant-Man ready to shrink. Or you have a Paul Rudd head on an Ant-Man figure. It doesn't come with any interchangeable hands, doesn't come with anything else. Take a closer look at the figure. If you've seen Avengers Endgame, then you do know that the quantum suits are basically kind of the same thing as this Ant-Man figure, or look the same thing as the Ant-Man figure. My plan is to get, of course, the 6-inch Marvel Legends 2-pack, where it's the quantum realm suits with the male body and the female body. Do like how those look, but you can really tell where the inspiration for those suits came from, and that's from this costume. This costume is a very different costume, and I did enjoy Ant-Man and the Wasp. This costume was also used in Avengers Endgame. Remember, the helmet was also used by everybody in Avengers Endgame as well, even female. Here we have both of the figures, and you can tell that both of the figures are different. The costume concept is different, but let's take a look at the figure more so. So here you can tell that there are sculpted in details. There's a sculpted in pattern right there. There's a sculpted in pattern right there. I do enjoy this. I love it. I love how it looks. They're sculpted in lines as well. The knees came out well, I think, in my opinion. What really fascinates me about this figure is that there's a lot of patterns sculpted in around it, and there's a lot of lines that are sculpted in as well. Don't like how mine came in with a little bit of red on the back piece. Thinking about painting that sooner or later, but you know, I still don't know. Mine kind of came with a defect where the arm tends to fall off if I mess around with it a lot. Let me try to show you guys. And I moved my whole desk. The arm of my figure comes off, but it's very easy to put on. If any of you guys knows how to fix this problem, please let me know. It does surprise me that there's this much sculpted in detail, and I love it. I love it. I think it's kind of pretty thick for an Ant-Man figure. I'm not sure. A Scott Lang figure. I did like the proportions of this figure more so than this one. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference of the proportions from the body, from the neck down, but I do like the proportions more on this one than this one. I don't know what it is about it. I wish that they had like the gunmetal gray that they used over here. I wish that it looked more metallic instead of plasticky. I like it. Overall, I like it. Shoulders are coming off, so I kind of dislike that, but it's fine overall. I like how the helmet came out as well, the look of it. The one thing that I hate is that you see the little space there? I think it's terrible. I don't like it. I don't know what I'm going to try to do to fix that. That and the arm. Other than that, I do enjoy the figure. I do love the colors that they put. It's a great Ant-Man figure for my collection. For articulation, this figure does look up that far, which I wish he looked more up so, or more so, but it's fine because of the collar. He does look down that far, which is good. With the Paul Rudd head, he looks up more so than the helmeted head, so that's cool. He does look down that far with the Paul Rudd head, which is more, so that's cool too. If you're wondering as well if the Paul Rudd head from the first 10 years works, no, it does not, unless you really want to customize it and Dremel it in the head. But the peg is too small, so that's a bummer, I guess. But other than that, his arm arms do move out that far. He has an upper arm cut, so that's cool. It rotates there, it rotates there, and then it has a double jointed elbows, which can bend in only that much. And again, I think it's unproportionate for an Ant-Man. I don't like the sizing for the Ant-Man. But here, I like what they did, where it wasn't just one piece, but it's two. One's on the wrist, the other's over here. But I like that. I like how that's done. But the wrists do hinge up and down. They don't hinge side to side, but they do rotate as well. So that's cool. He has an ab crunch that goes forward that far, not too far, goes back that far. What I also like is that this is a complete circle and it's not just a whole thing. But he does have waist swivel that does not work if, well, the belt is a bit loose, so it will work however way you decide to move it. He kicks forward that far. He doesn't kick back at all. He has an upper thigh cut. He has double jointed knees. His feet do go down that far. They do go up that far. And he has ankle pivot. Ant-Man is standing about a little bit higher than 6 inches tall, so that's pretty cool. Not 7, but not 6. And here's Ant-Man compared to Ant-Man from the first 10 years 2-pack. This Ant-Man was my favorite, and now I'm going to this one. However, I do still like this one. I don't know, it's a very difficult choice or a very difficult fight for me. Overall, I do like both of them. I do like the upgrade, but again, I don't like the way the body is a bit muscular or too muscular for a Paul Rudd or, you know, a Scott Lang body. And here we have Ant-Man next to his comic book counter. It's good how they portrayed the suit and how they actually upgraded it and made it look like a real life suit. I think it would have been weird if we saw a man literally in tights that looked like that had a helmet with an antenna on. I don't know. It's just weird. But if you're wondering if you could put any of the head sculpts on, let's try it on. So we have the Paul Rudd head sculpt, which does not fit. That's a bummer. But I think this one will fit. It fits! Yo! Okay, this fits. That's, okay, it looks a bit weird because of the long neck. But somehow if you get it to, I don't know, somehow you can get it into it. Like you can, I think the neck looks a bit weird though. Or maybe it's because it's a too skinny figure, you know? But hey, it fits. So that's pretty cool. Again, however, I still like this Ant-Man, and this comic book version of Ant-Man is my favorite one. So is this MCU one. This, of course, is in my comic book shelf, and this one is, of course, in the MCU shelf. Here's Ant-Man compared to Iron Man, the person that literally made time travel a reality in the MCU. Rest in peace, my brother. Anyway, so I do like the way they're standing. Well, not Iron Man. I mean, look at his foot, am I right? But I do like the height difference. Iron Man looks a bit more bulkier, while Ant-Man is a bit more shorter. So I do like that. And of course, here's Ant-Man compared to Captain America, his idol. As far as I can see, that's America's ass, am I right? Anyway, I do like the height difference between these two. I don't like how this body mold looks a bit more bigger than this Captain America. However, I am planning on getting that worthy cap, and I really need to get that worthy cap. That's a must in my collection. Try my best to get it. And here's Ant-Man next to his 3 3/4 inch counterpart, which I do like. I have always liked this 3 3/4 inch figure. If you hear some kids yelling in the background, those are my next door neighbors. Don't worry. Don't know why they're still up very late. It's very late here, by the way. This has been my action figure review on this Marvel Legends Ant-Man. Overall, I do enjoy this figure. Do I recommend it? Yes. Yes, I do. It is a very good Ant-Man for a collection. I think my next review will be on Ant-Man and the Wasp's Wasp, so stay tuned. Alright then, go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and go ahead and share it if you think it's shareable. I will be posting pictures in the end, and yeah, bye.